Alright, boys, so we have the full UFC 300 card right here, and I'm going to be breaking it down from bottom to top because this entire card is stacked. Even the early prelims, like the best early prelims of all time. So make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell, and yeah, let me break down these fights for you. Comment below which fight is the one you're most excited for. Me personally, Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. I think that'll be a lot of yours, but yeah, let's get into it. The starting off with the early prelim fight, Davidson Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. So, who I'm rooting for is Cody Garbrandt, who I think will win. So, here's the thing. Davidson Figueiredo is a very good brawler, and Cody Garbrandt is known for his terrible chin. But also with Cody Garbrandt, he hasn't really lost to a lot of people with Davison Figueiredo's type of build. I mean, Kai Kara France was a bad loss. But here's the thing. I think Cody Garbrandt in his last fight showed improvements with his jab and like fighting against shorter fighters. And using the distance better. So I think Cody Garbrandt is starting to prone his skills with that. But Figueiredo is obviously a monster, so he's gonna be the real test to see if Cody Garbrandt has fixed that hole in his game a bit. But it's an interesting fight. I know the majority of you are picking Figueiredo. I think Garbrandt is gonna get the upset, bro. I think so, but I could be wrong. Next up, we got Bobby Green versus Jim Miller, legend versus legend fight right here. Um, yeah, I want personally to see Jim Miller versus Matt Brown, or Jim Miller versus Paul Felder. Yeah, that's the one I wanted more. Paul Felder versus Jim Miller. But it's Bobby Green versus Jim Miller. Still a good fight, but I do think Bobby Green clears it. Like, this is gonna be a steamrolling fight. Like, won't be close. Bobby Green's gonna either knock him out round one or just knock him down over and over again like a bowling ball to pins. So yeah, Bobby Green easily first round KO. Then we got Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. I'm gonna say Marina Rodriguez knocks her out round one. Then we got Jalen Turner versus Moicano. Now this is an interesting one a bit because Moicano's a grappler, Jalen's a striker, but I don't know how Moicano will deal with Jalen's length. Like Moicano did a good job of like wrestle fucking Drew Dober to death, but Jalen Turner's gonna be hard to get a hold of because anytime Moicano tries to close the distance, which he's gonna have to do against a guy like Jalen Turner's gonna snipe his chin every time he gets in close. And Jalen Turner doesn't have bad takedown defense. Like he in my opinion, he didn't beat Gamrot in my opinion, but he got close to. And I rate Gamrot's wrestling a lot higher than Moicano's wrestling. So if Gamrot can't take Jalen Turner down with ease, like Gamrot was doing to RDA and Armin, then I don't see Moicano taking him down. I think Jalen Turner's gonna snipe that chin and knock him out in round two. The next up we got prelims. Sodiq Yusuff versus the hype machine. Diego Lopez, who by the way beat Evloev. I don't want to hear nobody say he didn't. He did beat Evloev. If you go by the scoring criteria, he was more active on the ground. He beat him on 2 days' notice. So yeah, Diego's a beast. He's fighting Sodiq Yusuff, who is a different type of fight because he's a striker. So it'll be interesting to see how Diego Lopez takes this fight, whether he grapples. I've never seen him really imply the grappling. I've only seen him use it when people try grappling him. So I don't know if he'll be the one shooting takedowns on Sadiq, but I do know he's a more well-rounded mixed martial artist. But Sadiq Youssef is a better striker for sure. So it depends. If it's a striking match, Sadiq might win. Nah, I'm going with Lopez based off momentum. Yeah, Lopez is gonna win based off momentum. Round two submission. Round one submission. Next up, we got Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison probably wins because Holly Holmes washed. And yeah, Kayla Harrison. Next up, we got featherweight Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. Every time I play this fight in my head, it goes one way and one way only. Aljamain Sterling winning a 29-28 decision. That's my prediction. I think it's gonna Calvin Kattar's gonna do good at like stopping a lot of the takedowns, but then eventually Aljamain in round 2 and 3, it's gonna look a bit like Cejudo versus Henry. Round 1, Calvin Kattar's gonna have his success, but slowly he's gonna um be getting broken down until round 3. It's over. GG. Decision time. Aljo wins 29-28. But I am rooting for Calvin Kattar. Next up, we got Prohozka versus Alexander Rakic. Rakic is coming off a long layoff, I believe, after breaking his leg against Jan Blachowicz, and Jiri is coming off a loss to Pereira. So this fight makes sense, I guess. Rakic is known for being a very boring fighter at times because he fights on the outside. He does grapple a bit actually sometimes, depending on who he fights. Like Anthony Smith, he went pretty grapple heavy, but against Jiri Prohozka, I think. Mm, Here's the thing: Rakic is very traditional in the way he strikes, and traditional usually beats um weird shit like Jiri. So I think Rakic might, if it's a striking match, Rakic wins 100 uh 80% sure of that, just because of how technical he is and how willing he is to make it a boring fight. And Jiri usually takes advantage of people who take risks, which Rakic won't be taking any risks. So I got Rakic via a 30-27 boring decision. Then we go to the main card. Bo Nickel versus Cody Garbrandt. I meant Cody Brundage. Yeah, Bo Nickel, round 1 KO. Charles Oliveira versus Armin. We already know who's winning that. The champion has a name. It's Charles Oliveira. And let me tell you right now, okay? Armin Sarukin couldn't hold a candle for Charles Oliveira. Like he's a hype job. He doesn't have anything other than his overrated takedown defense, which I'll discuss in another video. Like his takedown defense isn't even all that impressive. RDA was doing the same stuff he was doing against Scamrot, but he's not getting the praise for it. But as I was saying, Charles Oliveira is gonna knock him out on the feet. I think it's gonna be a striking match, especially with Armin saying he's gonna knock Charles out. So that lets me know what headspace he's in. He wants to strike with Charles Oliveira. Well, Charles Oliveira will strike with you, G. Just be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it and you're getting knocked out in round 2. And now we go to the next fight: Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. Yeah, I've said for years, because I had a weird feeling that a one-day matchup, I've said for years Justin Gaethje would kill Max Holloway, literally send him in a coffin. I've said that for years, but I'm really sad this matchup got made because not only does it make no sense, it's gonna take years off Max Holloway's life. Like I'm rooting for Holloway. Trust me, I hate Gaethje. I don't want Gaethje to win. He's the most salty motherfucker of all time. But unfortunately, Justin Gaethje is gonna win, and he's gonna do it in brutal fashion. It's gonna look like Tony versus Gaethje, except he's gonna beat Max Holloway worse, and Max Holloway might be in a coffin by the end of the night. Sadly, like we might be at a funeral that day because of how badly Justin Gaethje's gonna do him. Hopefully, it's just a quick, easy knockout, so we don't have to see a proper beating on Holloway, because we all love Holloway. I mean, I know I love him, but not in that way, but in a good way. And but Gaethje, yeah, Gaethje's gonna send him to the 7th layer of hell. No, he's gonna send him to heaven because Max Holloway's a good guy. But yeah, sadly, Holloway, I'd pull out this fight if I was UG. And the next fight, it's Zhang Wei Li versus Yan. Yeah, I got Zhang winning that. And finally, we got the main event: Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill. And I know you guys are gonna hate this, but I like Jamal Hill actually, and I do like Alex Pereira as well. There's zero bias. I got Jamal Hill winning because he throws a lot of straight power. straight punches with power, and he puts people to sleep. He sleeps people. Alex Pereira sleeps people as well, but he throws his looping hook, which Jamal Hill will always beat with a straight punch. Um, if it, I believe it's 100% going to be a striking match. That's common knowledge. Which they're both good at striking. Obviously Alex Pereira is known for his kickboxing. He has a whole kickboxing background. Glory champion, I believe, and Jamal Hill, he's known for his punches. Like he has the hardest. He's the hardest hitter at light heavyweight. These are two of the hardest hitters at light heavyweight. So it's like, who's gonna hit first? The thing is, Jamal Hill does have better defense. He has a good tight guard. Uh, he rolls with the punches very well. Alex Pereira has his chin up a lot. Is very defensively irresponsible while he's offensive. So I feel like in an exchange, Jamal Hill will catch the chin, and will make a lot of you guys unhappy because I know a lot of you guys hate him. But me personally, I like Jamal Hill. I think he's a good fighter, good person, and yeah, I do have him winning this by a round 3 KO. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. This is the greatest card in UFC history, humanity history, and I'll see you at the top.
You tried to break me, but you couldn't tear me apart. I've got a fire inside, gonna ignite and restart. I'm rising up higher than before. With every step I take, I'm closing in on the score.